Welcome to our interview with Michael Kalter, W8CI. Michael is the official spokesman and treasurer for Hamvention 2022 and the Dayton Amateur Radio Association. We had an opportunity to sit down with him for about 5 minutes and talk a little bit about what it takes to put on such an enormous ham fest. Stay tuned for our interview on LCARA Ham Radio. All right, this is KY4BDP Brian for the Lake Cumberland Amateur Radio Association, and I'm with Mike Kalter. And what's the call sign, Mike?
Whiskey 8 Charlie India, W8CI.
And we're here at Dayton Hamvention, and Mike is the official spokesperson and also the treasurer for the Dayton Amateur Radio Association?
That's correct, and Hamvention.
Mm-hmm. And Hamvention.
Dayton Amateur Radio Association is the parent organization of Hamvention.
Understood. And give us an idea, Mike, you've been a past chairman of this. Some of the numbers of people that it's required to run an event like this.
Well, we have approximately 700 volunteers, and none of us get paid to do anything here. And it's just a labor of love. And the labor of love is the passion to give back to amateur radio. And the Dayton Amateur Radio Association has a rich history of being able to do that.
And if you had to put a number on it, I think we were talking, is it Rick, the chairperson this year, the chairman?
Yes.
Around 700 volunteers?
Yeah, maybe a little over that, actually.
Over?
It is, but it sort of takes a village to run a Hamvention. And I mean, when you see a volunteer in any ham fest or any amateur radio event, you thank them.
Exactly.
Because a lot of them are doing, maybe menial jobs, but they're doing it with their heart and passion to get it done. And I salute them every time.
And just what little that Chris and I have been driving in and around the Xenia area with the signs, the sheriff's department, and everybody that's helping direct traffic. This is there's quite a bit of logistics to make this happen just in the community side of this.
And we are so fortunate. We've moved to Greene County, as you know, our new location here at the Xenia Fairgrounds Expo Center, and which are very nice, all concrete built floors in the buildings, and slowly but surely they're getting air conditioning. But they do have good air movement in them, best that we can do. And the people of Greene County really bend over backwards to make this happen. We have the sheriff's department. You see them on the grounds. You'll see fire departments on the grounds, emergency medical rescue. You see, we have our Kettering Health Network, which is a regional thing. They've got a booth out there with free water, just in case there's any other emergencies. And we do take safety very, very seriously here. For example, all the golf carts that you see out there, we have all kind of people just trained in that and helping people get from point A to point B.
Exactly. And if you, the fairgrounds is the fairgrounds, but for the flea market, how much space is devoted to that? There were a lot of folks out there.
That great big racetrack, 100% is devoted to it. Well, not the grandstands, that's not ours. And there's some horses that are kept here that are way back there, and that's not part of it. But yeah, and not only that, there's another big field out there. It's humongous. I mean, it is colossal.
And then Chris and I, for both days so far, we've taken advantage of another thing that, from a logistics standpoint, you are working with the community with, and that's remote parking, because there's a lot of grass here, but if it rains much at all, it could be an issue.
I wouldn't say much at all. The flea market area, which is out there, is, it's built in such a way, there's drainage underneath, as there is drainage out in the parking areas. And even yesterday, we had a heavy rain all night, but it dried off, and we didn't have to call a tow truck or anything. So that was really good, and everybody seems to work together. And then a neat thing about, it's the spirit of amateur radio that a lot of people have here, and they help each other. They're generally very respectful and try to know each other, and it's so great to be here without you know, with having to cancel 2 years in a row has been absolutely a disaster for us.
Understood. And just give us a little bit of your history with this event.
Well, I've been working with this event maybe 30 years now.
Wow.
And been in and led lots of committees. I'm a former general chairman, and we only allow a general chairman to do that 2 years. He doesn't get paid for it, but it keeps away from, you know, like the special things that people want, and we try not to, you know, let's make a deal kind of thing, and we don't want that to happen. And it gives, and rotating people through, we get more and more experience and new perspectives in terms of leadership. And I think that's part of what makes this event just great. You know, the freshness, new leadership. He's somebody who's been an assistant or been a leader in one of our committees and has moved up and shown that they can really do a great job. And that's what we do. You know, we groom leaders, and we're getting there with it.
One of the other things I wanted to mention, we'll let you go, is we were looking at some of the awards that are giving here at Hamvention.
Exactly.
And one of those is Club of the Year.
Club of the Year, yeah.
What's kind of the criteria, and or how does a club submit for that? We're a club channel, so.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing, that is an award I initiated myself some years back, and I just thought that, you know, clubs those are the people that make things happen. And we wanted a club that could kind of hit on all cylinders. And I would say the criteria, look at some of the past winners. You know, they have a good website presence, they're active. You know, you don't have to look at a website that's 2 years old. You see maybe a calendar, and you see a lot of good things going on, and you do a gambit of things. You know, you can do, you know, one thing right, but I like to see a club that does a lot of things right, that's out there working. It doesn't have to be a whole lot of membership. It's just a great, hard, charging, driving club. So that's where I'm at with it. And I'm not the only judge. That is my committee, chairman of the awards committee. But what impact do they bring to the community and young people, older people? What is their reach out? You know, and yeah, I hope that helps you.
Absolutely.
But take a look at some of the past winners and see what they did well.
Absolutely. We really appreciate you giving us a little bit of your time today, Mike. I know you're a busy person with everything going on this weekend. Thanks so much.
Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
For the Lake Cumberland Amateur Radio Association, I'm KY4BDP with KY4CKP behind the camera. We'll see you down the road.
73.